Really, such a good question. So my dad was right out of the movie of the pillar of the community, coaching sports teams, working, 8:30 to 5. I think if my dad was alive now, unfortunately passed away a few years ago, we were great friends.
Hmm.
I would say to him, Dad, there's one thing that you lied to me about. And you lied to me and you said that you worked 4 days a week. But I would see you on Saturdays, sometimes working on your paperwork. I would see you on Thursday nights doing the payroll by hand.
Hmm.
And you know what people call that, Dad? They call it work. So when dentists say, I work 32 hours a week, or I work 28 hours a week, what I liked about that was a lot of times when he left the office, he was done with the office except for the paperwork. He role modeled that dentistry. He never came home and complained about his career, and I just
Hmm.
think that was great. He shared frustrations because,
Yeah.
as we talk about, a dental assistant needing to go home to take care of a sick child in the 1980s is no different than the 2022. So there was still challenges to running this team every
Hmm.
day. One of the things he did say at the end of his life is end of his career, because he was such a stable and secure person. He didn't have to say, oh, I had it tougher than you. He said to my brother and I, it has become very complex to run a dental office, very much more so than when I started. You guys have it tougher than I do in this world. And I mean, he was in it with us, whether it was the dental insurance reducing fees, whether it was vendors, that didn't even exist when he started, from website to IT. One of his jokes, him and his partner were really humorous guys. One time they always took good lunch breaks. I like that. That I like. We don't have good lunch breaks now.
No.
They would they
You
would
work
used to
straight
go
through, right?
running. Yeah, like they used to go running when they were younger at like a local park, come home, an hour and a half lunch break. Then when they're in their 40s or 50s, they actually went bowling at a bowling alley nearby, and they did a whole article about them, calling them the molar rollers of Pennington. So I just, his work life balance was excellent. So I like that part of it. I think what I did differently, and he was such a great dad in that he sort of said, this is my son, Paul. He's good with this business stuff. I'm going to support him. I ain't going to do any of it, right? He's not going to look at other practices. He had resources, attorneys and accountants. But when we acquired a practice of a dentist who had a shoulder injury, I went and looked at the practice. I developed a relationship. He would see the patient. So we divide that. But I would say he had good timing to just say that quaint thing of, I take care of my patients and the money comes later. It was a different world then. I will also, his generation and mine has contaminated the world by signing up for a lot of dental insurance plans that we didn't know were going to pay us a lot less. So when him and his partner signed up for Spoiled Guac PPO or Guac PPO, and their fee paid 90% of their fee, why wouldn't you sign up, right?
Yeah.